Hi, and welcome to Class 16, the final class in the Forge It web series workshop. I've actually really enjoyed these 16 classes working with all of you. It's not because I like competition. I guess I don't see other filmmakers as competition. I see us as part of a club or a community, and I'd like to see more people creating web series. Why? Well, I guess because I'm not real impressed with what's on network television right now. And some of the web series that I've checked out are truly engaging. I don't think it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars to make a good story and present it in an engaging way. And I think students that are willing to put in the work and take this class are probably willing to put in the work and create a quality web series. So I wish you all the very best, and drop me an email at blueforgeproductions@gmail.com and let me know when you launch your series. I'll be one of your first viewers, I promise. But before you run off and begin your own series, I know that you're used to ending a section with a focus on epic heroes. I've decided to take this last class in a slightly different direction because I think with epic heroes we all have enough to think about. Those ingredients, what actors we want to see, stuff like that. But I want to make sure that you've got what you need to launch. I know that you know that a producer is someone who helps you secure funding or who secures funding for you. But I kept throwing around this phrase, marketing materials, media materials, that kind of thing, press releases. What are those? I think we should probably touch on those now. I think it's a good way to end the workshop. And again, make sure that you have all the tools, all the information that you need. Specifically, I'm talking about the project brief, the summary, the budget, and a press release. That's your first press release. You'll write millions of them in the course of your life as an independent filmmaker, an independent web series creator. Now remember that clipboard I talked about? Well, look, I wasn't kidding. It really is covered with blue spots. This is my clipboard that I normally use to bring a script to the set. Today it's holding some of these materials for me. Let's jump around a little bit. Let's actually start with a press release. Now the press release that I'm going to read you guys is actually for Epic Heroes. A press release always starts with your production company's name, address, and contact information. Then, in all caps, for immediate release. Your headline is next, which is, as you can see, bold and slightly larger in point size. Then a sub or subtitle, location and date, and then, as you can see, even with editing notes, the meat of your press release. It ends with your hash marks and directs to a website. Now, a press release should never be more than a page long. And you should write a press release for every major event that happens with your production. Remember, the major events that happen need to be of interest to the media. You need to spin them for the media, present them in such a way that the media should be interested in them. A press release can be written in Microsoft Word or any other word processing software. It's very simple and straightforward. But what about a project brief? Let's look at one of those now. A project brief can also be written in any word processing software. It starts with a similar format to a press release, your production company and contact information, the words project brief. But then it includes very different information. As you can see, it lists some of the crew, the genre, the budget, the demographic. It then summarizes with a tagline the project, and then it gives hard facts, details about the market, including comparables, comps, series that are like yours. It then often gives information for investors and ends with a URL. The project brief is used to secure a producer, or for producers to show around and secure funding from investors and companies. But what about these other items? Does a producer need those? Yes, they do. Let's look at budget. Definitely important. As a matter of fact, budget's probably one of the first things that you'll create. Maybe even before your script. though usually they are created after a script is written, so you truly know about locations and props. I create my budgets in Excel. It's a simple spreadsheet program. Your personal budget for your project might be more or less complicated than this one. This basic budget for the film Jericho House is 2 pages in length. You might notice that I've written everything in pencil. That's because changes happen. The last item on your list is a summary. A summary should be no longer than 2 pages. For a web series, it should outline all the major points that are going to happen in your first season, because a first season is kind of seen as a single project in and of itself. You don't want to hold back. You want to reveal secrets. The reason I'm not reading a summary to you guys aloud today is because of that. There isn't a project that I have permission to share all the secrets on. So a summary should be detailed. It should give major plot points, major milestones, and it's only shown to your producing team and to people who may want to invest. Don't hold back. You're not going to spoil anything for them. You're trying to convince them that this is the series they want to get behind. These 4 items are the basic materials that you need to make a pitch, to find funding. Your very first press release is going to talk about why you are the right production company, why you are the right person to do this project, and why it needs to be done. Remember, you're not talking in sound bites that sound Hollywood and slick, that they could be applied to any production. You want to talk in sincere bites. Be clear, be concise, and be honest. Get these 4 things together, these 4 base materials, and any quality producer should be able to run with your project and secure that funding for you. Sure, you want to throw in some images, some stills of the characters, some of those character profiles that we talked about? Absolutely, but this is the minimum that you want to start with. Have other friends who are filmmakers or other friends who are writers go over your materials, people that you trust not to leak the secrets that you're revealing. Show them to as many people as you can that you do trust so that you can get feedback on them. You want to make an impact with these materials because often a producer will have one chance to talk to a company or an individual about funding. A lot of this information can also be used to help bolster a website. A website for your project in this day and age is pretty essential. If you can't do a website, if you don't have the money to pay someone to do a website or you don't have the skills to do one yourself, at the very least, have a Facebook group page. That is the bare minimum. I think you're ready now. You talk about words, images, sounds, your tools. Now you know how to take action. We've talked about all of those things, and if you can go back, look at classes again, ask questions, I think you are ready to jump in the biggest way and launch your own series. And please, don't forget, drop me an email. Let me know. I'll be one of your viewers, and I will enjoy every minute. Thanks for sticking with me through all 16 classes. It's been a pleasure and an honor to be your instructor.